was reading further on in the book, John Maxwell's 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And he said that there was a doctor, right? And this is the reason why we're frustrated, because we don't have a clear vision as to where we should go with the family. And I'm saying in this season, oh, come on, we should build our families by design and not by default. Amen. Oh, come on. Amen. And I realized that we're not intentional. We're not deliberate about where we're going. And because we're not intentional and we're not deliberate, you don't have a clear vision as to where you go, such that when the bumps in life come your way, you don't know what to do with the bump and you become frustrated. Why? Because it knocks you off your high horse. I was reading in Dr. Maxwell, he is a plastic surgeon, and they started doing some research about, a physical appearance and how it affects success in a number of different areas. And what Dr. Maxwell said is that the brain can't tell the difference between a synthetic thought and a thought that's real, providing that the synthetic thought is detailed, it's real, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can feel it as though it already happened. That's the reason why I think vision boards are so effective. Why? Because you have a board in front of you that reminds you of what the goal is. Faith and I just started working on one recently. Every morning, Tab, I gotta get up and look at it like, Yup, that's it. That's what I want the family to look like right there. That's what I want my relationship with God to be right there. House I want to live in right there. Car I want to drive in right there. People I want to help right there. Tuitions I want to pay right there for other students. Yup, vision. Because without a vision, the people do what? That's why some of us are so aggravated right now, because you don't have a clear vision. And I got a clear vision of what I want from my family and what I want to do for my future. So clear that as if it has already happened. Try to remember your fondest memory. What was your fondest memory? It could be 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You remember it as though it was yesterday. You can remember the smells. You can remember the tastes. You can remember the feelings. You can remember the atmosphere. And I'm telling you that if some of you start putting a vision in your head as to what you want your relationship with Christ to look like, oh, come on, somebody. Because wherever the mind goes, the energy flows. Oh, come on, somebody. The Bible declares that whatsoever a man thinketh, so is he. And our families are in the position that they are because we don't have a clear vision as to where we want to go and what we want to do with our families. Imagine what this church would be like if all of us were as clear as we were about some of the other things that we love in this life. If we were as clear as we were about Game of Thrones. Somebody asked me the other day, did you watch the last season of Game of Thrones? Sweetheart, I'm trying to sit on the throne. Oh. I ain't got no time to be watching nobody Game of Thrones. I'm trying to create my own throne. Okay. And so I realized that I need to have vision. I need to have a plan. I need to build my family by design and not by default. Amen. What's up, guys? It's your boy Quest. Listen here. If you are married, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. If you are engaged, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. If you're divorced, if you're single, if you're looking to be in relationship, you need to be at the Grow Marriage Conference. Let me tell you something, the gems that we've been dropping. Last year, we did Atlanta. We went from Atlanta at the ending of the year to Chicago, at the beginning of the year from Chicago to Miami, and now we're coming back to Atlanta. That's right, we're coming back to Atlanta. May 29th to the 31st, we'll be in Atlanta, Georgia, bringing what? The Grow Marriage Conference. Listen, guys, don't take my word for it. Here are a couple of people that attended the conference.
We were extremely blessed today with the information. It's certainly going to help us. We can't wait to go home and start putting it into practice. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. The whole day was a blessing. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
We were invited by my sister, Shonda Scott, and when she first told me about it, it was like, we don't need to do that, but all good relationships need adjustment. We didn't know what kind of adjustment we needed, but when I tell you, I am so thankful to just be able to have a sounding board, because when you're so deep in, it takes a lot for you to see the problems And when somebody can, without even knowing you, point out what's not right or what's going on, and I needed this. And I know walking away from here that my marriage is gonna grow and be better. I don't wanna cry.
So you see, right? I didn't have to tell you. They told you. If you want to be in the building, do me a favor. Save the date, May 29th through the 31st. Why? Myself, my wife Faith, my boy Preach. Oh, come on. Jorge will be there. Kayla will be there. We are bringing back to Atlanta the Grow Marriage Conference. And now this one won't be a one-day conference. This will be a 3-day conference. And I promise you, it is going to be unlike anything that we've ever done at the previous conferences, right? We're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. But more importantly, we are going to grow together. So y'all remember, May 29th through the 31st, who else going to bring you all of this information and all this good stuff? I'm nothing in the Grow Marriage Conference. Don't meet me there, beat me there.